Are you wanting high speed but don't have access to PUD fiber? Try Sky-Fi high-speed wireless internet from LocalTel. Call 888-8888 today.
Good Friday evening and welcome to the NCW Life Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And still kind of a cloudy, dreary day throughout our morning hours, but things did clear out somewhat in our afternoon hours. We saw some sun out there with high temperatures. A little bit cool today. In fact, about 7 to 8 degrees cooler than we should see them this time of year. In the upper 40s predominantly. About 56 is our normal high temperature. But I'll tell you what, as we make our way into the weekend and especially Sunday and into next week, this is what we'll see about Sunday afternoon or so. A big area of high pressure building in off the coast of Washington, or off the coast of California rather, and that will move closer to Washington as our weekend and our first part of our next week get a little bit closer. And by the time Monday and Tuesday roll around, that area of high pressure will be right over the top of us, and that will bring some just beautiful weather for next week. We'll tell you all about it coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the news stories we're following for you tonight. There appears to be light at the end of the tunnel in terms of a solution for rebuilding the Upper Stehekin Valley Road, and Congress has passed the omnibus spending bill averting a government shutdown. But first, we begin tonight. In a press release yesterday, the Port of Chelan County announced that Alaska Airlines will add additional daily flights to Seattle. Here's more on that story. Starting May 20th, 2018, 7 more daily round trips per week have been added to the schedule. Trent Moyers, Pangbourne Airport Director, says the demand was there.
A lack of filling up the seats, as it were, on the flights that we do have. So Alaska's adding some additional seats, more capacity to meet the demand that we have currently. It opens up some more opportunities for people to make connections out of Seattle without the longer layovers. So that's really, I think, a benefit to everybody here.
Moyer says now that the extra flights are a reality, they need to be used.
The mantra has always been, if folks want more service, use what we have. If we want to be able to keep that fourth flight beyond the summer schedule, that would just be what I would ask people to do, is just continue to fly locally. That's what generates additional service. Beginning on May 20th, a new schedule will feature departures at 6 a.m., 11:15 a.m., 3:20 p.m., and 6:44 p.m. 6 days per week, with 3 flights daily on Saturdays. For more information, go to alaskaair.com to see the complete schedule. In other news, Chelan County Commissioner Doug England says there appears to be light at the end of the tunnel in terms of rebuilding the Upper Stehekin Valley Road. The road was washed out in a catastrophic flood in 2003, forcing the National Park Service to close portion of it. The closure restricts motorized access to popular recreation areas such as the Cottonwood Camp and the Cascade Pass. Commissioner England says he received some encouraging news when he visited with federal officials in Washington, D.C. last week.
We had some very, very good meetings. We hope they gave us some routes around that. Unfortunately, some of the people that have opposed that have kind of pitched the idea that what we're after is a 2-lane paved striped road in the Upper Stehekin. We would be very much opposed to that ourselves, and all they're looking for is a 2-lane, 2-track road with grass growing in the middle that it can allow the upper end of the Stehekin to be reopened like it was promised when the whole park was put together. It can be done for a lot less money. It can be done with no net impact to the wilderness area that's there, and allow people that can't now get into that area get in and enjoy the same wilderness experience that they were promised when that whole park was put in.
I find it hard to believe that after all these years that people still had that misunderstanding of what was being proposed in terms of a road rebuild.
So were we. I mean, we talked along. There's a big difference between a $5 million bill and a $250,000 bill that we feel that can be done with. It's more of a brushed out existing roadway that was there and now is slowly going back in. It will give the riparian area back to the Stehekin River. and it can be a win for everybody. But we just need to find the funding for it now. We were given some had an audience with people that know their way around, that were, I think, gave us some avenues to get some funding to be able to do that. With Doc Hastings' bill, it's now legally possible. We were told in the beginning that to not do anything because it would take an act of Congress to get it done. Well, we got the act of Congress, and now it's just the will of Congress that we need to adjust.
Commissioner England added that he's optimistic that under the new administration there will be a greater emphasis on improving access into national parks for everyone, including those who are disabled or otherwise unable to enjoy the experience. Congress has passed the omnibus spending bill averting a government shutdown. Senator Maria Cantwell announced this week that the budget contains a funding boost for U.S. Forest Service firefighting. Cantwell said in a news release that Pacific Northwest lawmakers worked together to force Congress to finally address the persistent shortfalls wildland firefighting budgets. She added that this puts an end to fire borrowing and is a start to giving the Forest Service the predictable resources they need to reduce hazardous fuels. Cantwell says the funding boost will allow the Forest Service to prioritize work in areas closest to communities in order to save lives and reduce the risk of property damage while still protecting essential public lands and existing environmental laws. The spending package also includes $100 million for fire prevention projects and recreation programs and halts the continual migration of funding from non-fire programs to pay for the rising costs of firefighting. Coming up next, Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdal says a Rock Island man has been arrested in connection with a report of child abuse. And Okanagan County Sheriff Frank Rogers says 8 people were arrested in Omak earlier this week on heroin charges. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCW Life Evening News.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Hello, Wenatchee Valley. Christian Shanlin here with Bay Equity Home Loans.
Make your dream of building your own home a reality today. Bay Equity Home Loans has teamed up with Real Homes to make building your new home a smooth process. Bay Equity Home Loans of Wenatchee offers new construction loans, FHA 3.5% down, and VA 100% construction loans.
Stop on by or give us a call today.
Papa Murphy's presents a fresh take on unbaked. Who wants an unbaked pizza? You do. Because unbaked means unprocessed dough and unfrozen vegetables, all prepared fresh by us. So the difference between a pizza fresh from your oven and one pulled from a greasy delivery box? Unreal. The smell? Unbelievable. Leftovers? Unlikely. Home bake a large Papa's all meat with Canadian bacon, salami, pepperoni, Italian sausage, and ground beef. Just $12. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Welcome back. And in other news, Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdal says a Rock Island man has been arrested in connection with a report of child abuse. Douglas County deputies received the report on March 16th from the mother of 2 children who were staying with their father at a separate residence. According to the report, the mother received a call from one of the children stating that their father was hitting them and that she needed to pick them up. Once at the father's residence, she noticed bruises on the faces and backs of her 8- and 6-year-old sons. Deputies located and arrested the father on Wednesday. He's 37-year-old John W. Strickland of Rock Island. Strickland was booked into the Chelan County Jail on 2 counts of third-degree assault of a child. A search warrant for the suspect's trailer was obtained and evidence was seized. Well, in a news release yesterday, Okanagan County Sheriff Frank Rogers says, along with help from the North Central Washington Narcotics Task Force, the Omak Police Department, the U.S. Border Patrol, and the Brewster Police Department, 8 people were arrested on various drug charges in the Omak area on Tuesday. Search warrants were issued following a month-long investigation into the distribution of heroin. After the searches were completed, investigators found usable amounts of heroin and methamphetamine, cash, and a handgun. 7 of the 8 people arrested face either possession or delivery of heroin charges, with 4 of the suspects charged with delivering the drug in a school zone. Anti-gun violence supporters are taking to the streets of Wenatchee Saturday. Several groups are sponsoring the March for Our Lives event, which is being held as a follow-up to the student walkout held last week. Saturday's event includes a march starting at 1 p.m. in the parking lot of the old Hastings bookstore on North Mission Street. The march will culminate with a program and speakers at Memorial Park. Well, Wenatchee Valley's newest brew pub has more than beer to tap into. If you like to mix beer and golf, Tap and Putt, located at 246 North Wenatchee Avenue, also offers an indoor 9-hole mini golf putting course. The owners say they set out to bring the best beers from around the Northwest to the Wenatchee Valley. Their website says they offer a variety of brews, from hoppy IPAs and dark stouts to crisp blondes and craft light beers. Tap and Putt is also available for group events. And I'll be going Saturday, and I'll let you know how it is. You're watching the NCW Life Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Eric Granstrom and our feature story tonight. That and much more still to come on the NCW Life Evening News. Stay with us.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life Channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with a voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life Channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life Channel.
And a happy Finally Friday. Gonzaga's run of 16 straight wins to get to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament is over. Florida State ended the Zags run with a decisive 75-60 win last night. In the West Region semifinals, GU just could not get the shots to fall from the outside. Number 11 seed Loyola Chicago's Cinderella story continues as they advance to the Elite Eight with a 69-68 win over Nevada. Michigan and Kansas State also punched their tickets to the Elite Eight last night. 4 more games on the schedule for today. Clemson and Kansas starting things off. They're underway on CBS. Also, West Virginia and Villanova playing right now on TBS. Then at Syracuse and Duke at 6:37 on CBS. Finally, Texas Tech and Purdue tip it up at 6:57 on TBS. The Wenatchee Wild are in Vernon tonight for Game 5 of their BCHL playoff series with the Vipers. Wenatchee tied the best-of-7 series with 2 wins at home this week. In fact, the home team has won on all accounts in the series so far. Tonight's game starts at 7. Game 6 will be back tomorrow night in Wenatchee at the Town Toyota Center starting at 7:05. Game 7, if necessary, would be back in Vernon on Monday. Let's get to the Les Schwab prep scoreboard from yesterday. First of all, the heavy rains wreaked havoc on the prep schedule yesterday. Several postponements. Cascade and Cashmere soccer wiped out Brewster did top Manson 2-1. Also, they were able to get some golf in yesterday in Chelan. The Wenatchee boys and girls squads defeated Chelan, with boys coming out on top 193-229. Girls victorious 242-255. All in the tennis matches yesterday were rained out. Such was the case in girls softball. Cascade and Cashmere will have to make up their games later this season. Turning to a very busy prep schedule for the weekend. Well, we'd planned to bring you a doubleheader today here on the NCW Life channel, but that has been scrubbed. We'll try to make that up later in the season, but they are playing baseball today, pending this weather. Davis hosting Wenatchee in a doubleheader. Eastmont is hosting Eisenhower. Also, Cashmere hosts Orting in a single game today. Coming up tomorrow, Cashmere hosts Chelan in a twin bill at 11 o'clock. Cascade travels to Omak for 2 tomorrow beginning at 11. It's also an 11 a.m. start for Waterville-Mansfield at home against Tonasket. Oroville at Manson, both those games twin bill. Softball today, Eastmont playing 2 at Ike, while Wenatchee hosts Davis at Walla Walla Point Park. Tomorrow, Oroville's at Manson. Tonasket travels to Waterville-Mansfield. Granger at Chelan. All games doubleheaders with 11 o'clock starts in Manson and Waterville, 1 o'clock in Chelan. Boys soccer this weekend. Today, Cascade travels to Prosser. Wenatchee's at Ike and Eastmont hosting Davis. Both those games tonight at 7. Tomorrow, Cashmere hosts Royal at 11 o'clock. Granger's in Chelan at 1. Manson hosts Bridgeport starting at 4:30. A couple of big track meets this weekend. Chelan and 20 other teams at the Raycross Invite in Ephrata starting at 10 o'clock. Wenatchee hosts Eastmont, Cascade, Cashmere, Snohomish, Lake Stevens, Kent Ridge, and Hazen for the Ray Cockrum Relays. That starts tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Also in prep sports this weekend, in tennis, Chelan is at the Sela for the Viking Invite tomorrow at 9. Anigat plays Omak. Cashmere hosts Tonasket at 11. And in golf, 18 teams participating in the Jack Barnes Memorial Invite at Three Lakes with a 10 o'clock tee time. Here's what we have on tap for sports this weekend. It will start tomorrow on the NCW Life channel with the 1 o'clock game in the Apple Bowl, as lacrosse will be center stage. It's Wenatchee taking on Hermiston. Also, we'll have Wenatchee's playoff games against Vernon on TV this weekend. Game 2 tomorrow at 7, Game 3 Sunday at 7 o'clock. On the calendar this weekend, the 4th annual Arrowburg Sports Squirrel Cup ski race is tomorrow. That starts at 8 o'clock at Mission Ridge Ski and Board Resort. Also be quite a few lacrosse players in town for the Icebreaker Lacrosse Tournament at Walla Walla Point Park. That's tomorrow and Sunday. Tournament for 1st through 8th graders, hosted by the Wenatchee Valley Lacrosse Club. And the Mariners had some late-inning heroics last night. Kirk Neuenhuis homered in the bottom of the 9th to tie it, and then Mike Ford delivered a walk-off RBI double to win it. Seattle beat the Rangers 5-4. M's in Glendale today. That's Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. The skies above Eniat will be filled with kites tomorrow for the annual Eniat Kite Festival. On a recent appearance on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, Kite Festival Chairman Tom Martin said the festival draws kite enthusiasts from all over the Northwest.
We've always gotten some people from the coast. We managed to get our event on the, I'm trying to think, Pacific Northwest, maybe Kite Flyers Association. They have a calendar, and we get our thing on their calendar. And we talked to a couple of people down there before the Kite Festival. They call and say, "Is going to have a kite festival?" "Yeah, we're going to have a kite festival this year." So that gets them coming up, and some of them have really impressive kites. Some of these people, most of them build their own kites. So they do a really good job, and they're really impressive kites. Some of them are big, some of them are fancy, some of them are pretty. You know, I mean, you got everything.
The festival starts at 10 tomorrow morning at Kiwanis Park. Admission is free. Kites for kids are also free. And the weather forecast for Saturday afternoon for Eniat calls for a west wind from 5 to 10 miles an hour in the afternoon. And according to Martin, that is perfect kite flying conditions. We'll be back in just a moment with more news and a complete look at your weather forecast right after this.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan Mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community. Come see us at the Plaza in Lake Chelan.
Lake Wenatchee YMCA camp programs focus on our 4 core values of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. Make this summer's memories last a lifetime. Pick your theme week today with a wide variety of safe and engaging activities. Lake Wenatchee YMCA Camp is the ultimate summer fun in the sun camp for children, teens, and families. Reserve your child's week today.
The all-new Yamaha Wolverine X4 offers 4 times the proven off-road capability, 4 times the comfort, and 4 times the confidence to deliver 4 times the excitement on your next outdoor adventure.
ReadyMedi is healthcare made simple and affordable. We are the only direct primary care practice that provides personalized and holistic health care in North Central Washington. Our wellness model not only helps prevent heart attacks and strokes, but we also optimize hormones. Affordability is our goal. For example, hip surgery locally is $45,000, whereas our members have the same access for $15,000. ReadyMedi, healthcare made simple and affordable.
And welcome back. The Junior Service League of Wenatchee is trying to make sure that any girl who wants to go to their high school prom has a beautiful dress to wear. NCW Life's Megan McPherson has more.
Here with Jesse Cohen, the committee chairman for Prom Dress Giveaway. What is Prom Dress Giveaway?
Well, Prom Dress Giveaway is exactly that. We gather dresses all year long from the community, from different donors throughout Wenatchee area. They donate the dresses to us, and then we in turn hang those dresses and give them away for absolutely free.
Okay, and how many dresses did you give away last year?
Last year we gave away about 125 dresses, so we are looking to double or triple that number this year. We have close to 1,000 dresses here at the store, and we would love to get rid of all of them, frankly.
All right. And do people need to bring anything?
Yes, absolutely. So students, please bring your ASB card or some kind of proof that you are in school. We obviously have some exceptions for people who are either in homeschool or maybe don't have an ASB card, but please bring the student ID with you and just have a fun, positive attitude. Get ready for some serious shopping.
Prom Dress Giveaway is happening Saturday, March 24 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Mission Village. Megan McPherson, NCW Life News.
In a press release Thursday, the Port of Chelan County announced that Alaska Airlines will add additional daily flights to Seattle. Here's more on that story.
Starting May 20th, 2018, 7 more daily round trips per week have been added to the schedule. Trent Moyers, Pangbourne Airport Director, says the demand was there.
A lack of filling up the seats, as it were, on the flights that we do have. So Alaska's adding some additional seats, more capacity to meet the demand that we have currently. It opens up some more opportunities for people to make connections out of Seattle without the longer layovers. So that's really, I think, a benefit to everybody here.
Moyer says now that the extra flights are a reality, they need to be used.
The mantra has always been, if folks want more service, use what we have. If we want to be able to keep that 4th flight beyond the summer schedule, that would just be what I would ask people to do, is just continue to fly locally. That's what generates additional service.
Beginning on May 20th, the new schedule will feature departures at 6 a.m., 11:15 a.m., 3:20 p.m., and 6:44 p.m. 6 days per week, with 3 flights daily on Saturdays. For more information, go to alaskaair.com to see the complete schedule.
Douglas County Sheriff Harvey Jesdahl says a Rock Island man has been arrested in connection with a report of child abuse. Douglas County deputies received the report on March 16th from the mother of 2 children who were staying with their father at a separate residence. According to the report, the mother received a call from one of the children stating that their father was hitting them and that she needed to pick them up. Once at the father's residence, she noticed bruises on the faces and backs of her 8- and 6-year-old sons. Deputies located and arrested the father on Wednesday. He's 37-year-old John W. Strickland of Rock Island. Strickland was booked into the Chelan County Jail on 2 counts of 3rd-degree assault of a child. A search warrant for the suspect's trailer was obtained and evidence was seized. Time now for a check of that north central Washington weather forecast. Before we get into those details, let's take a look again outside our weather window today. And a beautiful shot of Wenatchee from the cross camera, I guess that is. And we're seeing some clouds off in the distance. Also some blue sky mixed in. We're still seeing that area of low pressure hanging around the Pacific Northwest. So that's why we did see some clouds today. And all of the rainfall over the past 24 hours, we picked up 34/100ths of an inch here in the Wenatchee area. Here's what we're seeing on our satellite loop. A low pressure system that brought rain showers yesterday and this morning will be moving south now along the coast today, bringing in a cooler weather pattern. The moisture stream that brought decent rain amounts to north central Washington on Thursday is diminishing now. Mostly cloudy skies tonight are expected with some clearing on Saturday as our cooler than normal weather conditions as we get into the weekend. To end our weekend on Sunday, a flat upper level ridge of high pressure moves in, which will be the beginning of a gradual warming trend. High temperatures Sunday will also be cool with highs in the lower 50s. Keep in mind our normal high right now is 56 degrees. But notice on our satellite loop, the big area of high pressure well out in the Pacific. And by late Monday and into Tuesday, that large area of high pressure slides over the Pacific Northwest, which will usher in normal highs on Tuesday and above normal high temperatures on Wednesday and once again on Thursday. Let's take a look at your forecast now. And boy, what a beautiful one as we head into the weekend. We'll drop down tonight to about 34 degrees, a west breeze tomorrow under partly cloudy skies, and 50. For your Sunday to end the weekend, a little bit more sun than Saturday and a little warmer too. Light winds Sunday and 52. And then that high pressure moves in on Monday and we will see a beautiful warm up beginning then. 55 Monday, mostly sunny, partly cloudy, and 58 on Tuesday. And then we'll warm up all the way up to 62 on Wednesday. 40 degrees our overnight low, mostly sunny by late next week on Thursday, and just nice. We'll see high temperatures then right around 63 degrees. So what a forecast ahead, beginning about on Sunday and lasting all the way through to Thursday. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel Monday morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us and have a great weekend.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from LocalTel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value LocalTel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Just as we went on the air, Steve, NCW Life is live now on Facebook.
Hey, how's about that? We're live, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm Dan Kuntz, your host for the next hour.
Every weekday, starting at 7 o'clock.
Get ready for a bunch of news that's coming your way.
Here's what's happening around north central Washington. I'll have a rundown of all your local, regional, and statewide news. You can also find more on our website at ncwlife.com. Follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. That's Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on NCW Life News.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and then struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99. It's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works. YourWorkoutRx.com.
Family means something in these parts. Family owned and operated means even more. At Rose Tractor, you're buying more than a product. You're buying years of knowledge through multiple generations. It means you can count on Rose for quality products, quality repairs, and folks who stand behind the products they sell. From your job site to your home to rentals and repairs to new outdoor power equipment, Rose Tractor is growing with you throughout the years. Rose Tractor, quality brands you can trust year after year.
Hi, I'm Ariana Villafuerte, and I'm a top 10 Apple Blossom candidate, and you're watching the NCW Life channel.